invite another professor, Jim Wolfe, and also past president of Indianapolis Peace and Justice Center. Thank you.
As the saying goes, you can attract more flies with honey than with vinegar. Negotiation with Iran for mutual benefit is the way to go. We should not consider war except as the last resort after diplomacy. I wrote my PhD thesis and more recently a book on Kennedy. In the Cuban Missile Crisis, President Kennedy resisted generals' calls for airstrikes and opted instead for a blockade, which he called a quarantine, on Soviet ships headed for Cuba. It worked. The Soviet ships stopped and turned back. Kennedy chose to respond to back-channel negotiation with Khrushchev rather than the more bellicose Soviet public statements. I was heartened by the proposed diplomatic initiative on Iran, which provides for reducing sanctions a bit in exchange for an Iranian agreement not to pursue a nuclear weapon by limiting uranium enrichment to what is needed for nuclear energy, inviting the international community to inspect that they have cut back. The Senate Bill S-1881, if passed, would be vetoed by President Obama, but it could still sour diplomatic efforts by threatening increased sanctions, disappointing our international allies, and encouraging other hardliners in Iran and in Israel. Besides, it very unwisely gives Israel carte blanche, saying we will aid Israel if it bombs Iran, ostensibly in self-defense. Instead, we need to proceed with the proposed diplomatic solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.